So we are in the first week of December 2024. The year is practically gone. The question is, did I make all my goals whatever I promised to myself last year that I will have this year that I accomplished, is done or not? Did you ever thought about it? Well, I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. I think I have done it. Certain things I'm a little bit disappointed of me, but obviously the perspective in life changes when you with your age. When it changed, everything changes. So now, something that I really wanna comment and talk about it is the fact that this is, but again, this is my perspective, this is my memory, so it's just out there because I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Now we have this dude Elon, whatever, he decided to unplug the whole fucking satellites. We all fucked. We figured out the fuck. Anyways, that's a different topic. So anyways, many years ago, my main goal was having like tons of money, like lots of money, score big jobs, make good money, 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 money. I did have a lot of money at a certain point, and it was great. But in the meantime, I always was searching for something. I didn't know what was it. I always thought it was like a partner, a significant other. And at a certain point, I even thought it was a child. But no, it wasn't like that. So what I'm saying this is because, well, today I'm going to a funeral. Another funeral. Funeral after funeral. Obviously I'm not gonna dress up like that as if you're going to a funeral. This is what is happening. The person so we're gonna do the funeral today, we're gonna bury today, is extremely wealthy. And I don't want to really talk about that. I want to talk about the situation itself. Like, we have to be so fucking careful what we wish. Yes. I keep saying, keep going again with the universe and the universe and the universe, but it's true. If you wish to have lots of money, you will get it. The question is, are you willing to pay the price for that cash? What do you do if you have so much money? I'm talking about millions. I'm not talking about like 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about over $100 million. You have no kids. You got all your house paid off. You got, I mean, money definitely is not an issue. You can buy whatever you want, but you don't have your freedom. Yes, that shit sucks. What it means, freedom. Freedom means like whatever you're gonna spend, you need to ask for or be approved by your significant other. And you would think one day you will be free somehow. Divorce was not an option, FYI. And then your jail prisoner, your jailed, how do you say it? The person to keep you in jail dies. So you feel free for a second. And then you fucking die then. You die. And you cannot enjoy a dime of that. Nothing. Nothing. Not even 1 cent. You weren't able to leave to go to the bank account, to go to say, you know what, I want to fucking drink this bottle of wine on my own and be free for once. This is the case. And that shit, it made me rethink everything. I know. Fucking sucks. Man, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It is the truth. And the reason why I really want to say this is because we, poor souls, poor humans, not necessarily losers, but dreamers. Okay, so this is so stupid. What the fuck did you do? For real, like, it's like you're being punked by the universe. I know, but you didn't. The universe didn't do that to you. You fucking asked for it. That's the saddest thing of the whole picture. I remember in my yacht years when I used to work in yachts, I worked for this absolutely successful beer owner from here, from the US. Actually, it's one of the biggest brands. And I was able to do one of his charters. No, actually, I didn't work one. I worked like 3 of his charters. And he was on his, I don't fucking know, maybe 60s. I was 24, 25 in that time. No, I was older than that. I was probably 27. Yeah, like around 27. Yes, I was like around 27. I remember that. Because his girlfriend was 21. This gorgeous Barbie doll. Like, gorgeous. I'm talking about the fucking luscious hair. Looks like a mane of a horse. And the lips like this, you know, like big, giant ass fake lips. Just fake boobs, but this waist like this, long ass legs, like big perky butt, like gorgeous fucking woman, beautiful, but totally empty shell. Oh my god, this is so terrible. This lady, they took a couple trips, whatever, and she used to come on board with 1 or 2 of her super hot friends, and he was hanging out there with sometimes football players or whatever, and the chicks that were sitting in there, and we work in there, so I was serving, and I didn't have I'm talking about we in general, the crew, I didn't have one single tattoo in that time. We cannot use nail polish, makeup, nothing. I didn't wear glasses. You have to wear ponytail, flat makeup, no. I remember that one of the requests was that we cannot wear a regular bra. It has to be like sport bra, so it doesn't make you look your boobs like a little bit, the size of your boobs have to be more like flat, big shirts and shit. The idea we cannot look attractive. That was the whole thing, which was perfectly fine because it was extremely comfortable. The reason why it was so we couldn't feel uncomfortable the girlfriend of the owner. Go figures. And I remember that the girls used to go to the beach, and then we have I would say 3 deckhands, good-looking guys, fit guys, young guys. So they would set up the chairs and all the shit on the fucking private beach and shit. And this old man, he have no business whatsoever to go on the beach because he was already old. Not that crazy old, but old enough to do not enjoy the over sun, sand, name it. He stays on board. The football players used to go out, and he stayed by himself. So usually it was me and another woman with the captain and the chef that we stay on board. And we are like, anchor on the bay, and they used to take the tenders or the jet skis, whatever, go to the private beach and hang out and stay there for like a couple hours. It's not that much, but stay there for a couple hours. And as soon as they were gone, he was like, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you. Don't come back soon, blah blah blah." And she was like, "Yes, honey, blah blah." He was out they were out for one door, and he was coming back in, and he was so happy and relieved. So I was like, what the hell? So the other girl that I used to work, she was older than me at that time. She was like 32 or something, obviously more mature and very well spoken. So she used to come over and says like, "Sir, what you feel like? Did you want to have, I don't know, a drink or something?" And I remember he was like, "No, I'm fine, whatever." So we had to check on him, certain amount of time, every 30 minutes, every 45 minutes, kind of swing by, check on it. And then he finally came over and says, any one of you knows anything about universal literature? And I said, yeah, I do. I read the books. And he looked at me, he's like, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Wait, did you remember when the King Edipo was in love with his mother?" I was like, "Yeah, that's one of the first cases of incest that was actually written and proclaimed as a culture." And he said, "Sometimes I feel like him." And we were like, "What?" And he said, "Yep, sometimes I feel like him." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I miss my mom so much. I like I was in love with my mother or whatever." And then he said, "And then I see all these kids," and he's looking through the yachts have these big ass windows. And he's like, "And I look at that, that's my girlfriend, really? Can be fucking my granddaughter." And we are like, mute. And you have no what happened is you do have this you have this sense of how the fuck did I tell him that he's right, but that's what he likes. And so the captain come in and join us, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys can hang out with me because you look mature, and I have to deal with all this BS with all these girls and this young crowd, and I like them. For after a while, I'm sick about it." Okay, so of course the captain is older, way older man. Captain fucking sweet talker as usual, a good captain of the boat, because they're so full of shit. And he came over and he was telling him that, "Oh no, but your girlfriend's amazing," or something. And then he was like, "Yeah, I know, she's top notch, she's model, she's whatever." And then he was like, "I don't know what to do with her." And the captain was like, kind of like, "I can tell you so many things to do with her." And then he said, This is the truth. She doesn't need money because I can just, I give her whatever. She doesn't want to hang out with me. She doesn't need to hang out with me. She said she doesn't care about me if I do have money. But I always think about the future." And then, the captain was like, "Well, just let the future happen. Don't worry about it." And then he said, "No, one day, neither me or her were going to be able to enjoy the money." And she's wasting the best years of her life and an old guy like me. Okay? And that time, it was just like a joke. And that time it was exactly that. Just like a fun talk, like haha he he kind of, thing. But it was necessarily a reality, like, oh my god, what if? Actually was fun talk. And then you always think, yeah, there's all these people that have this much money. And then when I see this case that I just saw, the one that's actually just happening right now, well, it just happened. Fucking man, I'm telling you, I went back to my memories. I'm like, wait. I've been here before. I hear this story before, but I wasn't sure what was the whole thing. Now I know, obviously. My thing is, we have to be so fucking careful what we choose in life, our partner. We always look for the significant other, right? Okay, we look for the significant other, we look for the, what is it, the eternal happiness, and so on. And so on. Like in my situation, I find my weight because I'm independent. I've been supporting myself for so many years. Actually, I don't think nobody ever support me, ever, that I recall. Nope. Oh, no, yeah, once. Once I was super broke. I was super broke, and the guy that I was dating invited me to a pizza. Yes, that was my support. Oh my god, I swear. This definitely have to be on record, because I will fucking forget about, you see how you forget about shit like that. No, I always work for myself. I always work for myself. When my parents split up when I was a kid, my dad took everything. Like, he took a part of the kitchen. I think I mentioned this before. Fucking remove everything, man. And it was around October, November. No, that was October. It was October. And it rains like a motherfucker back home. And I remember my mom came back from, she was teaching, and me and her, we used to travel in the same bus. And I came back from high school or something. Yeah, high school. We go back to the house. And she goes to open the door. And the whole back of the house is wide open. He removed the whole wall, the roof, the fucking roof, man. The wall and the roof. Took away everything. Everything. Just leave a little, like a tea kettle. That was a gift from my grandma to my mom, because he was the one to buy every single thing in the kitchen. And he took everything that he purchased. Because I have this nasty split, like a nasty one. That was in my teen years. The shit we have to see, I swear. And I remember my mother clearly, like it was years today. She told me, said, "Did you see this? Did you see this? You do have to work. You have to make your own money. You need to buy your own shit, so nobody can take anything away from you when you grow old." That shit get tattooed in my heart, my soul, my core, my coordinates, everything. The fuck, for real. So from that, which is, I really appreciate that, because that doesn't make me a climber. That's what somebody says, like my ex-mother-in-law, that I took advantage of his piece of shit son. Fuck you, lady. And FYI, I'm not in drugs or anything like that. I'm just so happy for the fact that I go back to my memories and I know that I'm forgetting it and I can bring it back and record it. I'm like, yes, I grab you back. Anyways, So that helped me. That did definitely help me to own my own things. So I usually buy more than I should things from the kitchen, for the bathroom, for this, for that. And every time that I have leave, like I remember when I left my first husband, I only took my books and my shoes, obviously. Two of my super cool handbags that I had in that time. And that was it. And I left everything behind. Everything. Every fucking, and I'm talking about that I was the one to put the furniture in the whole house and this and that. But my first husband totally deserved to keep everything because he didn't have anything. None, zero. None, nothing, absolutely nothing. And he is, because he's still alive. He's a sweetheart. He's a super sweet guy. He's super nice. We just didn't, I want to live life, and he was happy working his job from 9 to 5 and drink from Friday to Sunday without having any aspirations of doing nothing else. And to me, I always wanted to travel, go to do things, get to know new cities, just do small trips and shit like that. And for him, that wasn't his thing. So that was part of it. And we just literally drift apart. It was very sad. And that was what happened. Anyways, I completely derailed myself to somewhere else. Anyway, so going back to the part of the money that we actually think that we're going to be able to enjoy it if we, as a woman or as a partner, we marry somebody that it has wealthy or whatever. Can fucking backfire on you. Like this backfire here is like, no. Terrible, I'm telling you, man. Terrible. At all levels. That's the thing. Terrible, all levels. Sad but truth. Anyway, so what's the thing? Well, in my situation, for example, ouch, my shoulder. Everything that I ask to the universe, I have get it. Absolutely everything. And sometimes I've been stuck in situations that actually I put myself obviously in it. And it hurts like a motherfucker. But then after a while, obviously, you kind of like, oh, you know what? That needs to happen for me to understand so and so and so and so. But I always being terrified. And this is one of the things. I don't know. I think one day I'm probably going to meet with somebody to will bring me to my past lives. And it would say to me, the reason why you're so afraid of this is because before you were, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I was a chicken cage or some shit like that. That's why I'm afraid to lose somehow, not the freedom, but the free will. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Like the fact that that you need to tell people just the freedom of being able to do things. And that comes to a topic that is actually no funny, which is the domestic violence. Yes, it goes for men and women. It goes for both sides. Luckily, in my situation, I only have one chapter in my life that it was close enough, like close, really close call to be a catastrophic domestic violence. But I was super, super young. I was 18, and I make this giant ass mistake. Okay, so hold on. One thing is when you make a mistake. Another thing is when you fucked it up. And another thing is when you make a giant ass, like I'm talking about, a giant, a huge giant ass mistake. That was what happens. I know, right? Horrible. I date this guy from Spain. He has some I think his father was like a politician or something. That was what I've been told. At this point I don't believe shit to anybody pretty much. So anyways, I was young, I was in Costa Rica, and he like literally wrote to me, very poetic, he wrote to me the most beautiful fucking romance notes. And I still think maybe somewhere in my house back home is tons of bags and boxes in there. It might be a little box with those poetries. It was letters and letters and stuff like that he did write to me. And he make me believe that no one in this world will love me the way that he loves me. Okay. He was such a psychopath, jealousy, poor thing, man. And I don't know why he was so insecure, because now that I'm thinking, he wasn't bad looking at all. He was actually really tall. Those beautiful brown eyes. Really good, like good looking body. Like he was actually really good looking man. And I say he was because since that time I saw him once, and I was so terrified about that man. Terrified that I thought he would kill me. That the time that I saw him, I was in a car, and I promised myself never drove to that street ever again. And then obviously years gone by. I think he's still alive. I might want, if I want to track it down or whatever, I will fucking figure it out. I don't give a fly fuck, like literally two shits about this guy. And that was a nightmare, man. That shit was fucked up. That was cuckoo. That was cuckoo. He got really obsessed. He thought that I was cheating on him when I was going to my work. So I used to start to work at 2 p.m. That was before I met douchebag. Oh my God, I have met so many douchebags. I think it's one thing leads you to another. Like, because you come from this relationship that it wasn't good enough. So whoever comes over, you think is actually a good choice, which is, that one is awful, this one is awful but not that awful. So you think, oh my God, I found my lifesaver. How about, and instead of that, I would start to fucking work on myself and start to love myself. Probably I would be right now, like, I don't know, the queen of some country. The queen of La La Land or something like that. Anyways, I remember one day, I think I already mentioned this. I took the bus from my house to going to work, and that bus, it took like 35 minutes or something. And I was walking, I left, this is right in the heart of the city of San Jose, which is San Jose at that time was totally different. It was full of Costa Rican people. Right now, it's nobody from Costa Rica there. It's from every country except from Costa Rica. We're talking about Venezuela, Salvador, name it. I mean, just pick a name and you find everybody there except people from Costa Rica. Then after COVID, mostly all the buildings in the city are empty. That's a ghost town. I'm not sure if it is something has happened in the past year, but I don't know, whatever. So in that time, San Jose, it was amazing. Imagine Jose Cafmani, the guy from Cafe con Leche, which is like the coolest band ever, was alive. And you see him walking on the street. And that Capmani for Costa Rica was like, I don't know, Jim Morrison equals US. His son, oh my God, I don't know. I think his name of the kid is Pedro or something. I don't fucking know. He's a singer too. But his dad was the shit, man. He was amazing. So anyways, in that time, you can walk through the city of San Jose, and the city was clean. Clean, man. Fucking clean. Didn't smell like pee or shit or nothing. It was clean city. I remember I used to walk with my high heels and my little mini skirt. I was in uniform, you know, black pantyhoses and white top and a jacket and shit. And one day I'm walking to my work. I left the house. It was like 10 minutes before I usually left my hour. And we have a huge discussion because I was leaving 10 minutes, like, you know, earlier than usual. And he was like, you're chatting on me. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just going to go early because I need to get like pads because I got my period, piece of shit. So I left, and when I get out of the bus, I went to the supermarket to get the pads, and I go in my walking to the building when I'm working, and I just feel somebody to grab my, you know, snatch my arm, pull me up, and this is it. This is him. He's like, I knew you were cheating on me, and I was like, what are you talking about? It was just crazy. And on where he pulled me, immediately I just slapped him in the face. Right in the middle of the street. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? What kind of show is that? For free? No, you don't do that shit for free. You need to charge. I am glad, to be honest. I am glad that I can laugh about it. I'm glad that there was just like a bad story. But that one right there, again, it told me that we need to know when we have to run away. That's it. You need to get the fuck out of it. Don't let somebody to tell you that you are the most beautiful one in the world, that you are everything, and then next thing you know, he's psychopath jealous because he thinks you cheating on him. No, I wasn't cheating on the motherfucker. I didn't have time. I was working, number one. Number two, I got my period. What are you talking about? I need pads. Don't you get it? Anyways, that's some insecurity disease that I don't understand. So that day I slapped him, I remember this man came over and he said to me, the older man, you know, like, hey, what's happening? Don't fight with a woman. And then he looked at me and says to me, you need to leave that man. He's gonna murder you one day. Some guy, random guy. I walk in so upset at my building, and I start to work, and then, and you know, that after that, the girl that I used to work with, Priscilla, that she knew about the situation. She was like, okay, you're gonna come over to my house. You wanna leave, and we're gonna come over to my house. Okay, fine. So he has to go to work. I talked to my supervisor and everything, and because that was right there, that was like already crossing the line big time. Because that wasn't the first time that we have something like that, but that was the first time that I actually slapped him in the face. Number one. Number two, we already have big fights in the house. Like when you throw dishes and shit, it was just like explosive. FYI, this is something that I believe that's how the domestic violence work. Because after that, you got this explosion of emotions and everything. The reconciliation part is amazing because you are so upset and you got this, it's such adrenaline. It's a mind game, let's put it that way. But in my case, I didn't want a part of it at all. So I was like, this cannot be happen. We already talked about this before. I told him, I said, you know what, if this happen again, I'm out. And that's exactly what happened. Happened once, I'm out. So I left. I went home, I packed my stuff, I didn't have too much things, and I was super young, and I moved to live with my girlfriend. And everything was fine for a while. Talking about maybe a month. He was calling me, whatever. I told him, I'll tell you that I was leaving, blah, 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 blah. Not even a month, maybe 3 weeks. We went to rent a house, an apartment, and it have this beautiful windows to look it up to the mountains. Everywhere there is a second floor or third floor in Costa Rica, and the center it has view to any mountain. So that wasn't my most amazing apartment, but it was an apartment. I just lived there for like short period of time. And my coworker didn't came to work. So I left earlier, and when I came back, I saw the door like a little bit opened, like this much opened. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see she's lying down on the couch. And then I just hear like, shh, 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 shh. I'm like, what the fuck? I go in and push the door. Guess who is it? My ex, with my roommate, tied on her hands and her feet, lying down on the couch. And he has, this is bad. This shit is bad. I'm not joking. This is so embarrassing. And this is why I need to tell my story, because my God, man, it's so much shit that happened to me that I always said I need to write a book, but then you forget about it, and at a certain point your brain says like, you better keep it, hide it. No, fuck it. I better say it, because I will forget, and then one day I'll be like, why I am in this situation? And that's why I need to go back to the videos and watch and say, oh, because of that, and that. Okay, there you go. He kidnapped her until she told him that, yes, I was living in there. Seems like he encountered her outside of the house. Like he was like looking, tracing where I was living. He couldn't find it, but then he knew that we were like really close friends. So he was like, oh, they're living together. He didn't want nothing to do with her. He didn't hurt her, just like, tie her hands and feet and stuff like that. So this is about kind of level psychopath. And then he told me, he's like, if you don't come with me, I'm gonna kill myself here. I was like, what? What? Oh yeah, you have to go back with me. If not, I'm gonna kill myself. Typical thing. And it was this big window, like I said. And at the bottom of the second floor, there was a dumpster. Garbage. Not like the dumpsters from here, but similar. And I fucking jump out of the window. Throw myself in the dumpster. And at the bottom, at the second floor, the first floor, it was like a shopping center. So people hear it, and I start to scream and call the cops and the whole thing. The cops come over. It was like a huge thing. His father obviously came over and says like, oh no, my son have issues, blah, 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 blah. Nothing of this was ever recorded, because, he was a politician, so and so and so. His son, after that, I was in shock, terrified, completely terrified, terrorized. It's just one of the worst feelings in the world when you feel like your freedom is out. Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. And I think that's got a lot to do right there. Those episodes. Like my mom, like my dad did this thing about my, removing the stuff from my mom. So the being independent, and the other episode on being feel like, if you're not with me, I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna murder myself or something. Those shit right there fucking like scar you for life. So immediately you are like, when you get into a relationship, you're kind of like, ooh, let's see, what the fuck? How much psychopath is this person? Is this person is actually gonna kill me? Is this person, do I'm really talking to the person that is gonna murder me? This is gonna be a nightmare, which it shouldn't be like that. No, not at all. We're looking for a relationship, a happy thing or something. Okay. So this chapter is now done, as many other ones that I have done, FYI. But for my brain, right now it is done, because I need to do a bunch of stuff. But anyways, I will recall the next one. I think I'm going to do like small ones every day because there's so many funny things happen to me daily basis and I forget about it. And then actually good laugh. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I really hope you learned something about my mistakes because they're mine. I'm sharing. And sharing is caring. And I'm no high or anything like that. I'm just happy. I'm genuinely happy. I don't need to have it's not that I don't need to. I don't have anybody, a partner or anything in my life right now that I will say that I would think that person cares about me, because I don't think so. It's like that. And I feel happy. I feel happy with my projects. I feel happy with everything that I have done. And I'm hoping for the best. But I'm thinking I am definitely choosing a little bit more wiser. Who do I want to share my life with? I definitely don't want to share my life with somebody who have millions, billions, and jillions and then dies, and then I don't want to be able to enjoy one fucking dime of it. No, thank you very much. I can make my own money and enjoy my life. Very, very happy, very easy. And what else? And that's it. Oh, by the way, it's so cold outside. Oh my goodness, it's so fucking cold. It was so cold. So cold. Stay warm. Next week I'm having a puppy. My dog is having a doggy. She's not pregnant. It's a surrogate baby. It's a different story. I will tell you the story next week when I have the puppy. The puppy's name is Sashi Morgan Cohen. And I will explain why that long ass name. But it's a Spanish dog. Well, American Spanish dog. All right, guys, you have a wonderful week. Well, we are on Wednesday, which is hump day. No, today's Thursday. What the fuck? No. Have a wonderful weekend. Make wise decisions. Peace. Thank you. Bye.